Geelong and Melbourne, two of the heavyweights of recent times. Neither ruckman touched the ball. Melbourne drive it down towards their half-forward line from Lovett. Beveridge has got the run of it. Open goal, Beckning pulls it back. It's a goal.
Just squeezed that one in. Great start for the Demons. Couldn't have wished for better, Bernie.
No, certainly not. That took all of 20 seconds to get that first goal for the Melbourne side. They won it out of the centre very nicely. Neither ruckman could get the tap. Bounced very nicely here for Beveridge. And look at the way he got that across his boot and just dragged it back beautifully for that first goal.
So play on as the call. Schwartz taps down. One of the head bandit brigade at Melbourne. Plenty of weight being used on the clinches. This time a free kick has been found. It's going Melbourne's way. And it's going to be taken for the Demons by Stephen Tingay.
About 75 metres out from goal. Brilliant kick. Jakovich on the lead. Deep in the right full forward pocket.
Well, Dennis, I think McGrath might wish he was back at full back this week. Playing on Jakovich in the pocket.
Who have they got next week? There's Jakovich. About 10 metres in from the line. And the kick is true. Great goal. Melbourne a 2-1, Geelong a 1-2. The margin is 5 points then.
Yes, he's a very damaging player, Alan Jakovich. Leads beautifully for the ball. Kicks equally as well on the left foot as the right foot. It's pretty hard to tell which is his natural kicking foot because he kicks so well on that left side of his body. But Tim McGrath, of course, had Dunstall last.
Handley gets back though, across his body towards the outside wing. Yates, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. No one near him. Viney, Howard, confronted, back to Viney. He's at left half forward, Todd Viney, just outside the 50, towards the pocket. Jakovich, hands to it, controls it, finds it on the ground, 15 metres out, goal.
Number 2.
Melbourne stretch their lead.
He really is a very dangerous player, Alan Jakovich. A magnificent season last year. He came third in the Melbourne best and fairest, playing half a season. 70 goals in the seniors, 60 in the reserves. And Tim McGrath with the job of trying to keep him in check today. He's already kicked 2 goals to Alan Jakovich out of Melbourne's 3 goals.
Hinkley confronted by Pickering. Good tackle. Free kick to Melbourne.
Well, just relentless in their pressure there, Melbourne, and being rewarded.
Pickering told to play on to Healy. In the true centre half forward position. Attempted a long goal. Vacant goal square. Jakovich. Oh, it's a goal, I think.
Third goal for Jakovich, but he nearly made a meal of that, didn't he? 4-3 to 2-4.
Yes, well, he knew what he was doing. He got it to his boot very quickly, Alan Jakovich. He's now had 5 shots at goals already in this first quarter, 24 minutes into the quarter. And really, Bennett's just playing a support role. He's lining up at full forward. Really, Jakovich now back in the square, and there's that mark very quickly to the boot.
They go into attack again. Hinkley, slung. Schwartz, quick hand pass under pressure. Lamb, a fumble, lets the Demons in. Bennett out to Healy. Will this be his first goal back after injury? It is. Greg Healy puts it through for the Demons' 5th. Healy gets his first, and the Demons are on fire. 5-3 to 2-4 at the G.
Yes, it's a superb display of football by Melbourne. They've certainly put the pressure onto Geelong. They haven't been able to find any open space to get their running game going. And we've seen the tackling that Melbourne have been prepared to do, the running and the tackling. And that's usually a sign that a team is playing very well if they're prepared to work hard. If they do that, the umpire awards a free kick against them.
Bounce inside the 50. Bennett. Pickering. Open goal from 40 metres out. It's another one. His first is a Demon. And Melbourne take a handy lead, 6-3 to 2-4, just over 3 minutes remaining.
Well, a lot of people thought Melbourne would have been on the slide this year, but they're certainly proving in this first quarter that they can certainly still match it with the best of them. And Michael Pickering finishing that off. This actually reminds me very much of '87, Pete, when they did very well, got into the finals and played on adrenaline. And certainly got
bulldog down there by Lovett. Miles, the hurried kick towards half forward. Poole the leaper. Lyon waiting behind. It's a stretch on the outer side. Forward of half-back. Makes a run, kicking towards half-forward. Worked under the ball cleverly was Rogers by Obst. Obst, as a result, took the mark uncontested. Centering kick intended for Beveridge. Out comes Jakovich. Roving at Viney. Away to Tingay from 35 metres out. Goal for the Demons.
Great play.
Melbourne 7-3, Geelong 4-4.
Well, good play there from Jakovich. He didn't feature in the goal kicking in the end, but the lead from Jakovich forcing the player there, Andrew Obst, to kick for that centre corridor area. And of course, if you have the players that are gathered there prepared to do the crumbing, as they were on that occasion, it does open up the goal face.
Lamb. Adlet a little nudge out. White, good use of the body. Adlet spins out, nowhere to go, loses the ball. Crumb's taken away gleefully by Gates, whose kick is a high one. Viney. After the punch came from Healy. Stretch. Tingay at midfield. Kicked a nice goal earlier. Low trajectory kick. Leave the boot well at all. Jakovich, good speed. Gets away from McGrath. Left foot. And kicks his fourth. What a player. And in top form. Scoreboard shows the Demons 8-3. Geelong 5-5.
Yes, and that certainly brought the Melbourne crowd to its feet. Brilliant play there by Jakovich. As I said earlier, it's pretty hard to tell the difference between his right foot and his left foot kicking. Just getting around Tim McGrath, just slipping around. Magnificent kick on that left boot. His natural kicking foot, of course, his right foot. But very hard to tell the difference.
He really is a remarkable player, Alan Jakovich. 4 goals.
Couch. Long hand pass. Who's holding who? Bairstow trying to get clear. Ball spills free again. Socket away by White. Obst. Very quick hand pass to Tingay, who's kicking on the run, lets him down a little bit. Healy. Oh, good smother by Handley. It'll come to Lovett. Oh, lightning hand pass. Steins. Kicks to space. Looks for Healy. Boundary line is close. Did he keep it in? Boundary umpire says OK. Beveridge is marked. In the pocket again.
The line ball decision there. It was very close to out of bounds with Greg Healy, just getting his boot to the ball very quickly, and a clever kick finding Beveridge.
Beveridge has kicked one, but he missed one from the similar position not so long back in this term. See if he's learned by that. I think he has. That's a pretty good sort of a kick for his second goal. Well, Beveridge gets his second. It's 9-6 to 6-7.
That was a great kick from the boundary line there from Luke Beveridge. Of course, he kicked the opening goal of the match, and there from a very tight angle. I don't know whether that new stand would have made much difference to the goal kicking from the pockets here at the MCG, but they did train here Thursday night, but the goal posts weren't up, I don't think, Pete, were they?
They weren't. No, they put them up yesterday, Bernie.
Margin 17 points. Steins down to Viney. Pickering. Hurried kick. Obst has got it now. Away to Stretch. Long kick down towards full forward. Massive kick. It's a goal. Melbourne 10-6. Geelong 6-7. Geelong started the turmoil with a flurry of goals, but Melbourne now doing much the better.
Yes, we are back to the quarter time margin of 23 points. Geelong doing well early in this quarter, but now with Jimmy Steins getting hand to the ball first in the centre square there, and Melbourne winning the ball out of the middle, and a 60-metre kick there from Stephen Stretch.
Has to paddle it away. Paddle after it. Bennett on top of it. Slaps it out eventually. Obst, brilliantly done. Still he goes, Obst. Concedes some ground, but got it to Lovett. He finds Pickering. Pickering, the short pass is on. Jakovich on his knees.
Well, a brilliant display of football, that. First from Bennett, a great tap out, and Andrew Obst, one of the most determined players you'd ever see. And Jakovich, of course, providing the lead in that forward line. Just a brilliant build-up by Melbourne. They're a totally committed side today.
Talking about the WAFL starting next week. Good luck to Jeff Geeshan at West Perth. Old teammate of yours, coaching over there, Bernie.
Yes, certainly.
Jakovich has goal. 5 to Alan Jakovich.
11-6 plays 7-8. And once again, the Demons scoot clear.
Yes, Jakovich 3 goals in the first quarter, now 2 in this second quarter with his second opponent. Andrew Rogers now playing on him. And, is he a dangerous forward? 5 goals, 3. He's had 8 shots at goal. And just providing a target on that forward line. Melbourne playing terrific football at the moment.
Tracks it towards the middle. Still he goes, Ablett has had one bounce. White's got him, great tackle. Could have been holding the ball. Off the ground by Lyon. Did well, got it to Pickering. Pickering running it down towards half forward. Goes in short. Jakovich intelligently led up the ground. Then feigned as if to go back to the goal square, then came again. And Pickering all the time read it well.
And what a bad mistake there from Gary Ablett. First missing that easy chest mark. And then Sean White, a very quick player, was able to get in contact with Gary Ablett, drag him off the ball. And Pickering cleaning up.
Jakovich has had a very good day. It gets even better. 6 goals to Alan Jakovich. A live wire on the forward line.
6 goals to Jakovich, 12-7 to 9-11.
Well, that just shows how you can turn defence into attack very quickly. Gary Ablett looked as if he was running away from Sean White. Great tackle there from Sean White. The free kick was awarded. Advantage paid. And there it spills out to Michael Pickering. And of course, most of the Geelong players had been going forward, expecting Gary Ablett to drive the ball into attack.
Stoner wins out, goes across the goal, arguably dangerous. In fact, you can cross out arguably. Stephen Stretch well within kicking distance. And a cardinal sin. Viney?
Yes, well, an amazing decision there from Barry Stoner. He certainly picked out the worst player on the ground to kick to. He must not just have had a look before he kicked that ball, because he wouldn't have kicked it to this man.
Who kicked a 60-metre goal in the second quarter, so distance won't be a problem for him. From 45 out, he kicks it goal and gets it. So Melbourne back in front. 13-8, 86. The Demons lead Geelong 12-13, 85.
Yes, well, Stephen Stretch finishing that one off, kicking his second goal. Good play by Stoneham, taking it out of the ruck, then turning completely the wrong way and not even trying to go wide to the outer side of the ground. He kept it into the centre corridor area and, of course, paid the penalty with Stephen Stretch, one of the best kicks in the Melbourne side, taking that mark.
The way you like it.
Yes, it's reversed against Mark Bairstow for rather an indiscriminate push.
Yeah, pretty silly. So the mark taken by Phoebe. He's also had a good stint on the bench this afternoon. Handley taps down. This will be a goal. No trouble to Viney. Well, the Demons will play again. As Todd Viney puts through his first goal, they lead by a point.
And they're back in front. Yes, Melbourne doing it well. They certainly won't lie down. They're totally committed, both sides today. Especially
a bit of momentum going at the moment. Adler taps down. Snapshot by Lamprill, the rookie. Oh, and what a kick for his first. It's a goal. He'll remember that one for a long time. It gives Melbourne a 7-point lead, 15-9 to 13-14.
Well, Lamprill on the ground with his first kick, a magnificent left footer from the boundary line. He really didn't get a chance to even have a look where the goals were, just instinct that goal. He replaced Brett Lovett, and the man for the moment, Lamprill.
Not laden with talent, but my word, they can fight. Viney gives it across. Tingay, high kick inside the 50. Bennett. Darren Bennett. His goal production fell from 87 in 1990 to 55 last season. If he can kick this, it will be a most important goal.
There's the mark again. He'll only be kicking from 50 metres out. Should make the distance not a problem to Bennett.
Right on the 50. It's a beauty. It's home. And maybe Melbourne are too. It's a long way from home yet, but they're looking the better side. And Bernie, you've got to say it's very hard in this sort of situation to stop momentum, and they've done that, and they've come again, Melbourne.
Yes, they have.
Schwartz and Stoneham. Ablett from behind this time, fisting away. Viney again, who turns 26 on Monday. Got it across to Steins, who slides it in the Jakovich direction. Great juggled mark by Alan Jakovich. 71 goals in 14 matches last season. This afternoon has 6. If he gets his 7th here, then the task may be too great for the Cats. It's home. Jakovich has 7. And Melbourne have a handy lead. They lead now by 19 points. They were challenged, they were passed, and they've kicked away.
Yes, here's Alan Jakovich. A great game at full forward. 2 goals coming in this second half. He set it up in that first half. A great first half with 5 goals. Andrew Rogers has kept him a little bit quieter in the second half, but that is really a telling goal at this stage of the game.
Jakovich and Rogers mouth off.
Inside the last 10 seconds. So a marvellous victory for Melbourne. Questioned by so many against one of the premiership fancies. And they've come out on top. There's the siren. (17-11), 113 Melbourne, 15-15, 105 Geelong. And it's interesting. There's that man, number 37, Andrew Lamprill. There's a guy who kicked 7 goals. Lamprill's goal could have well been the turning point of the game. Let's go down to Tim Watson.
I'm with Greg Healy at the moment. Greg, was a magnificent win. Yeah, very nice. Everyone's written us off already for the season. It was good to bounce out and get the 4 points. Was the fact that people were so quick to write Melbourne off early in the season a spur for the players? Yeah, it's always a motivating factor. You know, we're pretty sick and tired of everyone writing us off so early, and it was a motivating factor for us. It happens nearly every year, doesn't it? Certainly does, but we're happy just to keep coming out and hopefully prove them wrong. And your injury? Oh, just a slight strain to the calf, and more precaution in the cut-off to come off, so I'll be right next week. Okay, I'll let you get back to the celebrations. Thanks, Tim. Great.
Thanks, Tim. So Melbourne kicking 5 goals in a spirited final term, and they win by 8 points after they led by just a point at three-quarter time and were passed early in the last term. 17-11 to 15-15. We'll be back at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in just a moment.